king's kid. Yes, I'm a king's kid. My father is the king over everything. So I will sing this song, cause I know that I belong to the king of the universe. I'm a king's kid. Yes, I'm a king's kid. My father is the king over everything. So I will sing this song, cause I know that I belong to the king of the universe.
G'day there, King's Kids. Arnie here from Arnie's Shack. We are going to be looking today at 1 Kings chapter 8 and the dedication of Solomon's temple. Anyway, let's get on with it.
I'm a king's kid. My father is the king over everything. So I will sing the song, cause I know that I belong to the king of the universe. I'm a king's kid. Yes, I'm a king's kid. My father is the king over everything. So I will sing the song, cause I know that I belong to the king of the universe. Because the peace that passeth all understanding, the joy that overflows. Isn't it just totally amazing, the love that my father shows? I'm a king's kid. Yes, I'm a king's kid. My father is the king over everything. So I will sing this song, cause I know that I belong to the king of the universe. I'm a king's kid. Yes, I'm a king's kid. My father is the king over everything. So I will sing this song, cause I know that I belong to the king of the universe. So I will sing this song, cause I know that I belong to the king of the universe. So I will sing this song, cause I know that I belong to the king of the universe.
Good afternoon, King's Kids. My name is Professor Ayavaz, and today I'm going to show you something amazing. My assistant Hans and I just love doing experiments, and today we are going to be doing some experiments with Skittles. Are you ready to begin, Hans? Very good. We are going to need a few things for this experiment, Hans. First of all, can you please bring me some Skittles? What do you have there, Hans? Is that a game of Skittles? I do love to play that game, where you bowl the ball down and knock the pins. It's so much fun. But I actually meant the Skittles sweets that you eat. Yes, that's right. Thank you, Hans. Next, I need a plate, a flat one. Hans, what do you have there? Is that some batons? I guess baton rhymes with flat one, but I need a plate and a flat one, meaning a flat plate. Hans, are you trying to juggle with the batons? That does look fun, but can you please bring me back a flat plate? Yes, much better. Thank you, Hans. Now, I need a jug of hot water. Yes, that's right. Thank you, Hans. Now, can you please arrange the Skittles around the edge of the plate? Please arrange them in a pattern so there are alternating colors. Yes, very good. Thank you, Hans. Now can you please pour the hot water into the center of the plate and watch what happens? Pour just enough water so that the Skittles are in the water, but not submerged. Will you look at that, King's Kids? Isn't it amazing? The colors look like a beautiful rainbow. That is delightful. This reminds me of our story today. Solomon had just built an incredible temple for the Lord, and the people all came to celebrate and worship God in this temple. You know, King's Kids, I am so happy that I too am a part of the family of God, and that we can all worship God wherever we are. We can worship in church, and we can worship at home. As I look at the lovely colors of the Skittles, it makes me think of us all, from wherever we are, worshiping God. Anyway, thank you, Hans, for helping me with the experiment today. We will see you all next time.
Hi kids, it's Stephen here again, and it's time for another story from the Bible. Solomon had been building God's temple in Israel for 7 years. Now it was finished, and it looked beautiful. Gold covered the cedar walls in the inner sanctuary, reflecting the lights from the golden candlesticks. The special furnishings that had been made for this temple by the skilled craftsmen were brought in. The golden altar, lampstands of pure gold and other exquisite decorations, gold and silver furnishings that King David, Solomon's father, had dedicated were brought to the treasuries of the new temple. Throughout the building of this temple, no sound of hammers or saws had been heard on the building site. Everything was made off-site to the exact dimensions and brought together to fit perfectly, like a giant jigsaw. Now it was time for the dedication of this special temple. People travelled from all over to attend this special event. One more thing remained to be brought into the temple: the precious Ark of the Covenant, which was to dwell in the most holy place. The Ark of the Covenant contained the 10 Commandments, written on tablets of stone by God Himself. The priest carried the sacred ark on its carrying poles. The people followed behind, rejoicing and singing songs of celebration and praise. When the procession arrived at the temple, the ark was carried by the priests into the beautiful golden inner sanctuary, the most holy place. There, it was carefully and reverently put into place beneath the wings of the golden angels. The priest came out of the most holy place. Then, the cloud came. The glory of the Lord filled the temple. This showed Solomon and the Israelites that God had come to dwell in the beautiful new temple. The temple was dedicated, and then Solomon and the Israelites had a celebration party which lasted 14 days. They praised God with their singing, worship, and their prayers. We can also praise God when we take part in worshipping God. We can do this when we worship at church, or when we worship at home, or watching online church. Wherever we are, we can praise and worship God. Anyway, kids, take care, and we'll see you all next time.
Today's Bible verse comes from Revelation 15, verse 4. All nations will come and worship before you.
Hi, King's Kids. We've been looking today at Solomon's temple, which was a special place that was built as a home for God in Jerusalem. There was a big celebration after that was built. I really love to sing praises and worship God too. You know, King's Kids, you don't have to worship God in a temple or a church or a building. You can worship God wherever you are. One of my favourite times was when I got to visit the Anga region of Papua New Guinea and praise and worship God outside with thousands of my new friends. See if you can sing along with us in Tok Pigeon.
Papagari mi good platru, papagari big platru. Mi pla loko long you, na happy name long you. Papagad you strong platru, mi pla happy name long you. Mi pla loko long you, na happy name long you. Papagad mi good good platru, papagadi big platru. Mi plalato lang you, na happy name lang you. Papagadi strong platru, mi pla happy name lang you. Mi plalato lang you, na happy name lang you. Papagadi mi good platru, papagadi big platru. Mi plalato lang you, na happy name lang you. Papagadi strong platru, mi pla happy name lang you. Mi plalato lang you, na happy name lang you. Mi plalato lang you, na happy name lang you. Mi plalato lang you, na happy name lang you.
Hi King's Kids, my name is Mile. Our story today tells about the time when many people from many nations came together to join in worshipping God. That must have been a colourful and happy time. Today I am showing you how to paint on ice to make something that is colourful and happy. The things you'll need are a block of ice, paintbrushes, and some water-based paint. First, tip your block of ice onto a plate or a dish. Choose a brush, choose some paint, and start painting. Let the colours spread and soak into the ice. It looks like blood vessels. Now some yellow. You can do any patterns or shapes you like. It's looking really colourful. I think it looks really colourful. We can all worship in many different ways. When we do, it spreads and creates a beautiful artwork of believers around the world. Why don't you give some ice painting a try? Have fun, King's Kids. Bye!
G'day there, King's Kids. Arnie here again. And today we're going to be looking at Solomon's Temple. Again, I don't know a lot about Solomon's Temple, so I've brought Dr. Grenville along to help me out. And he's brought some artefacts. Now, what can you tell us about Solomon's Temple, Doctor?
G'day, Arnie. Well, it was one of the most beautiful buildings ever. It was built about 3,000 years ago, and it might have looked a bit like this. You can see big, beautiful marble columns. There's gorgeous cedar wood, and everywhere there's gold lions, gold thrones, gold on everything. Because Solomon's age was a really rich time. He made a packet of money out of, guess what? Trading spices. You'd never know. They were the hottest commodities back in the ancient world, about 1000 BC. Pepper, cardamom, curry. And so he'd send boats down to India to get the spice, and then he'd bring it back to Israel and he'd sell it to the whole world. And people from all over the world would come to Jerusalem as part of the spice trade. And that was a great opportunity for him to tell them about God. And that's what Solomon's Temple was for. He said it was to be a house of prayer for all people, not just Jews, but every nation on earth. That was a fantastic time in Israel's history, but unfortunately, about 500 years later, the temple got destroyed. Another country came, people had given up on their faith in God a bit, and it got smashed. And you know what? All we've got left of that temple today? That thing.
Oh, okay. Well, what is this thing?
It's a carved pomegranate. Can you see it?
Yep.
And it was off the tip of the sticks that the priests carried.
Right.
And that's all we've got from all of that multi-billion-dollar building that Solomon did.
The only thing.
The only thing.
Just that little small thing.
That nothing.
Wow.
And I guess that shows us that a temple isn't a building. Your body is a temple. That can be a place where God lives and where other people can come to meet him and find out about how good he is. And you too can belong to a big worldwide worshipping God family, which we call the Christian Church. And it can be a house of prayer for all people. That's what it's meant to be. So in a way, that's really what Solomon's temple was on about.
That's awesome, Dr. Grenville. I've learnt lots today. But what are these things here you've got on the table?
Want to know? You really want to know, Arnie?
Yeah, I do.
That's a trumpet. They call it a shofar, and it's made from a ram's horn that they've boiled and kind of stretched out a bit. And I'm not very good at playing it, but you want to hear it?
Yep, okay.
Okay.
Well, you're pretty good at that. Yeah.
So far, so good.
Yeah, all right, a smaller one.
Same one?
Yep. That's incredible. So that's what they use to call to worship. That's fantastic. If I heard that, I'd come straight away, you know that?
And I guess we can worship God anywhere and any time, can't we? It's all in the heart. Because you're the temple, I'm the temple. The kids out there are the temple of God.
Yep.
Yeah.
So the temple of God is in my heart.
Yeah.
And I can take it everywhere I go.
Absolutely.
Oh, that's pretty cool. It's mobile.
Isn't it?
Thanks for coming along today, Dr. Grenville.
Sure.
It's been great to have you, but it's time to go now. So remember, King's kids, invite Jesus into your heart and he will come into your heart just like he was in the temple. And you can take him wherever you like. Fully mobile. Fantastic. We'll catch you later. See ya.
G'day there, King's Kids. My name's Postman PJ. Welcome to Get Active with PJ. I'm with my friends Nathaniel and Orlando. And today, we're learning in our story about building Solomon's temple. When it was finished, the people sang together to praise and worship God. So today, we're going to play a game about different ways we can worship God. When I say pray, kneel down and put your hands together, bow your heads, that's right. When I say sing, stand up straight and tall, and lift your head and pretend you're singing praises to God. When I say help, put your hand out to help someone, because we can show our love for God through how we help people. When I say God's family, give someone a hug, because we're all a part of God's family. Let's practice. Pray. Kneel down, that's right. And let's try sing. Sing praises to God. And help. Help those people around you. And God's family, all in together. I think we're ready to start. Walking around, boys. Here we go. And pray. Good job. Walking around again. Sing. Sing praises to God. And help. Always see how you can help others. God's family. It's great to belong to God's family. God's family. I really like this one. It's great to belong to God's family. Sing. Pray. Let's keep going. God's family. Let's keep going. Help. Sing. Pray. Help. Sing. Pray. God's family. Pray. Walking around again. Sing. And God's family. Now that was a lot of fun, Not only did we get to experience a fun workout, but we tried some different ways we can worship God. Thanks for joining us today, King's Kids. I'll see you all next time. Bye!
Hey, g'day there, King's Kids, and welcome along to our Lockdown Discovery Bible Zoom session. It's going to be fun today. Hey, there's Rosie. Hi, Rosie.
Hi, Shane.
Hey, and there's Andy. G'day, Andy.
Hi, Andy.
Yeah, hi Shane, hi Rosie.
Oh, it's going to be so cool today. Hey, Andy, where's the text from today?
Hey Shane,
Yeah?
do you think that we should pray first?
Oh, yeah, well, that's a really good idea, Andy. Okay, let's pray. Dear God, please guide us. Thank you. Woo. Okay, where's the text from today, Andy?
Oh, well Shane, today's text is found in Revelation 15 verse 4.
Revelation 15 verse 4. Do you want to read it first?
Oh yeah, I can read mine first. Who will not fear you, Lord, and bring glory to your name? For you alone are holy. All nations will come and worship before you, for your righteous acts have been revealed.
Woo! That's a pretty long text today, isn't it? I'm going to read from my grandma's Bible, see what it says. Who shall not fear thee, O Lord, and glorify thy name? For thou only art holy. For all nations shall come and worship before thee, for thy judgments are made manifest. Ooh, some big words in there, Rosie.
Wow.
Yeah, what does yours say?
Well, my one says, Lord, who will not have respect for you, who will not bring glory to your name. You alone are holy. All nations will come and worship you. They see that the things you do are right. Wow, they're all long ones.
Woo, it's a long one today, but what jumps out at me is that all nations are going to come together and worship God. That's fantastic. Hey, Rosie, is there ever a time in your life where you've come together with lots of people to worship?
Yes, I remember going to big camp with all my friends, and we sang at church, and we danced, and we also prayed, and it was heaps of fun.
What about you, Andy?
Yeah, well, I've been to this thing called a Pathfinder Camporee, and people from all around the world came, and we all sang and did Pathfinder honours and watched people up the front and heard about God from an amazing speaker, and it was awesome.
Wow.
That sounds cool. You know, but what I'm really looking forward to is that when we get to heaven and all the nations on earth will be there and we can worship God because God will be there right in front of us, and I think that will be just totally awesome. What do you think?
Wow.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to that.
I think we all are. I think the King's Kids are too out there. Hey, Andy, would you like to say a prayer before we go?
Yeah, let's bow our heads and close our eyes. Dear God, thank you for your word and that we have something awesome to look forward to in heaven. Amen.
Amen.
Yeah, okay, we'll see you, King's Kids. See you, Rosie. See you, Andy.
Bye, Andy. Bye, Shane. Bye, King's Kids.
Bye.
We praise God with our music, let everybody sing. We love to use our voices, our hearts to heaven bring. We will praise our God as we sing today. Today. His praise. As we sing His praise. As we sing His praise. As we sing His praise.
I just love to praise and worship God. You know, King's Kids, you can worship God when you are singing, when you are praying, when you are spending time reading His words from the Bible. We can worship at church. We can worship God at home watching online church, or outside in God's nature. Wherever we are, we can praise and worship God. But you know, King's Kids, what I am looking forward to the most is when we get to heaven and we can worship God there. Now that will be worth waiting for. Anyway, it's time to go now. I will look forward to catching up with all of you again next time. So take care, stay safe, and God bless.
I'm a king's kid, yes I'm a king's kid. My father is the king over everything. So I will sing the song, cause I know that I belong to the king of the universe. I'm a king's kid, yes I'm a king's kid. My father is the king over everything. So I will sing the song, cause I know that I belong to the king of the universe. He gives me peace that passeth all understanding, the joy that overflows. Isn't it just totally amazing, the love that my father shows? I'm a king's kid, yes I'm a king's kid. My father is the king over everything. So I will sing this song, cause I know that I belong to the king of the universe. I'm a king's kid, yes I'm a king's kid. My father is the king over everything. So I will sing this song, cause I know that I belong to the king of the universe. So I will sing this song.